Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I decided to kind of dig through some of my polishes that I haven't used in a very long time. And here I found Universal Truth by Blue Sky. And it's one of those gel polishes that actually I got very early on in my nail career to a degree. And I thought, I haven't used it in a little while. And it's one of those companies I don't really see used too often. So I thought, why not give it a little go in today's video. Here I've got two glitters that I'll be using. That pink one I've had for a little while too. It's very pretty. It's a little mixture between fairly small little glitters and some fine in there. And also we've got a very, very beautiful pastel-y purple fine glitter there as well. Absolutely love that one. It's my absolute favorite. And these containers as well, I recently got them because I'm overall trying to kind of organize my drawers, so I got them to kind of store my glitters, and it's been so nice. I definitely highly recommend getting them if your glitter drawers are becoming a bit out of hand. Definitely. I usually have all of my glitters, it's like a mixture. Some of them are in containers because they came in containers, some of them are in bags because they came in bags, and it's so much nicer when you have everything in the same container and you can actually see everything you've got, because majority of my stuff I cannot actually see what I've got, so I have to actually go proper digging. So starting off with the nail design, for this one in particular, that's the only gel polish we'll be using, and I feel like it's been quite some time now since I've done that. So for this one, all of those nails will be this beautiful purple colour. Of course, off camera I will go ahead and do the second layer. One thing to mention with, I don't know whether it's just this gel polish or this company itself, if you have tried this company, let me know if it's like literally me getting a bad little product from them, or if it's an actual thing that happens with their polishes. But I found that their gel polish is very liquidy. I've had my fair share of cheap polishes from AliExpress, and that none of them have ever been that liquidy. So I don't know whether it's a me problem or if that kind of consistency is what they kind of do. But I do have to say that they level out very nicely. This one anyways did. So although it was quite liquidy, I was quite concerned about it being like streaky, but it wasn't. It actually leveled out really nicely. And it was actually fairly opaque, so nothing bad to say there. It's just in case you don't like very liquidy kind of consistencies, then this one is probably not for you. Here's our sugar nail, of course, and I decided to sugar it with that gorgeous purple. So now that it is cured, it's time to start playing about with our butterflies. So I actually have a very, very wide colour range of these butterflies in my collection, and I never ever use them, and I feel like they're so difficult to use with gel polishes, and even with acrylic I don't really see a lot of people playing about with them too much. So I have all the colours under the sun, but I never use them, so I thought why not have this like a more simpler set and play about with them, pop them into the set, especially as the purple matches with the butterflies, and give them a little go. So my way of attaching them will be applying the base coat on the two nails, and one of the nails is just going to have the butterflies applied to it, so the base coat is going to work as my glue essentially, and then the other nail is going to be the butterflies, but will also have some of that pink glitter. So I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit. I think I do prefer just the butterfly nail only rather than the one with the glitter as well, but it depends what you're kind of looking for. I quite like that simplistic look to it, and this whole set will be matte top coated, so those butterflies have a really cool look to them because they do have this little nice reflection to it when the light hits it. So it's actually quite nice when it's matte top coated and then the light hits, it gives a really, really cool little effect there, almost like a chromy metallic kind of look, which is super cool in my opinion. So that one's done, that's how I'm leaving it, and with the other one I'm going to crack on with the glitter first, and then kind of just very gently sprinkling it on with my nail art brush. I don't want a lot, I just want enough to kind of slightly cover the nail, but not too much. So you could kind of cheat. I think I did once a video where I kind of cheated, and I thought it would be quite nice to just sprinkle a little bit on and just kind of move it about with my brush, and it did not work. I just ended up chucking way too much on there. So if you're a light-handed person, that might work for you, but I was clearly way too heavy-handed and just completely ruined the nail. I didn't ruin it, I made it work, but it was definitely way more glitter than I wanted initially. So this is roughly the amount of glitter I want there, and then I'm going to do the same kind of butterfly placement like we did on the other nail, And then once I'm happy with those two, they can go into the lamp, and then those are basically done. We'll be able to matte top coat those and essentially crack on with our crystal placement. This crystal placement actually came from my brain. I kind of been trying to create my own crystal placement. I find crystal placement when it comes to nail art the most difficult for some reason. I can't seem to just envision how to place it all together. So I've recently been trying to play about, just sprinkle some crystals, different shapes and sizes onto my table, and just kind of put together a little nail crystal design. So it's not the best. I do think it's quite nice. It's very simplistic, so you wouldn't even think that I thought of it. I'm sure someone else has thought of that one before, but this one in particular, I didn't go searching for any ideas or, you know, getting some inspirations for anywhere else. I just thought I'll whip out some crystals and see what I can do. So that's what we did. So now that the butterfly ones are done, I am matte top coating the other two purple nails. The whole set will go into the lamp, and then we'll be back again to matte top coat the butterfly nails. There we go. So we've got the two done, we've got two more to go. So once those will be top coated, the last step almost will be the crystal placement. And also, I don't know how I feel about this step, but I did kind of want to incorporate some nail art to a degree. So I took out some of my Glitterbels Unbelievable Gel, and that cure's tack free and it's glossy, so I thought why not kind of do some wiggly lines on one of those butterfly nails, and I did it. It looks okay. I don't know whether I'd do it again. I feel like maybe this set would actually look way better without it. It just feels kind of like two random lines coming from the nail. I don't know. Okay, we're about to do it now. So here's my white from Unbelievable Gel, and this, I don't know whether it's a me problem or if it's an everyone problem. So once again, if you guys have these, let me know. But these balls are like cracking in my hand, and I'm not even trying to like put the cap on really tight or anything, but it's just like crumbling, and it's just pretty much doesn't close anymore. I just have to very gently pop it on top, and God forbid I ever tip it upside down, then it will literally go everywhere. So I don't know whether it's a me thing, but it's such a shame because it's been happening for a few of them now, and I'm trying to be as gentle as possible, not like trying to put the cap on as strongly as possible, and it's just still, you know, it's crumbling and breaking, so it's not very ideal. And very messy, because these gel polishes can get very messy and very sticky, and it can get really nasty real quick. So here are those lines I'm trying to do. I also found it quite difficult to put really nice straight lines because of those butterflies. It's quite bumpy, so I would maybe advise, if you're doing it on a client, of course, apply a base coat or a top coat or a builder gel, and then buff it down before applying a top coat, just to have the nail as smooth as possible. So now that that one is done, I believe it's also cured, possibly. Now it's time for a crystal placement. So I've got some pink crystals. They're all one size. I do wish I had different sizes, but that's all that came in a little pack. I think I got these ages ago from Shein, and they came in like a big plastic container with all different sorts of colours, but they're all one size. So I can't really do too much craziness with them. So I've got this little diamond crystal that I've placed in the middle of the nail, and then I followed up with this very long crystal. And then on either side of where the diamond and that long crystal meets, I'm going to put one on each side of those pink crystals. And I also thought that I'll place one right at the bottom where that long crystal ends, and then I cured it because I don't want it to move. I often cure it just so once I got it intact where I want it. I always like to cure sometimes, just because I feel like whilst doing some other little detailing, it all ends up moving about and it's just a pain. But don't do this unless you're not too sure exactly on what nail art design you're doing. I've already done my 5 fingers off camera, so I already knew kind of what kind of placement I want to do, so I kind of knew what I was doing. But if you're kind of experimenting, you don't really know what you're doing, and you're not too sure whether you want to keep the crystals right there, then don't cure it. Otherwise you're gonna be in for a little treat, and you're gonna have to redo the whole nail if you don't like the way the crystals ended up being cured and what you do later with them. So now that it's been cured, I'm doing that little, like, almost making it look like it's a necklace coming from the top of the nail. So I'm just placing, I picked up I don't know what size, but a specific size of AB crystals that I felt like fitted in nicely, and just did that little necklace vibe. And then I also have some caviar beads in the background, and I'm going to use my nail art brush. I'm going to dip into some of that Macarte rhinestone glue gel and just very gently tap a little bit of it in between those crystals, because that's where I want to place the caviar beads. I just felt like, because this crystal placement is so kind of simplistic. I just felt like those caviar beads do add that extra little luxury touch to the crystal design, so I thought, why not? Let's chuck them in and see how it goes. And to be honest, they're not that crazy noticeable, but it does for sure do that extra little touch. So yeah, so I'm just gonna let you guys watch this little bit, and then I'll come back to you guys when I am done with the caviar beads. Alright guys, so I'm done with the caviar beads. This is what the nail is looking like. I love how sparkly it is. It's got to be one of my favourite nails. And here is what the set looks like all nice and done. So if you guys liked it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!